All right. On this episode, we got we got a dope ass dude, man. He's an OG in the game. He's been through a lot, seen it all, done it all, and at the end of the day, he's still like super intelligent, super respected. Has a great career, has a great family, and I mean, I have a lot of respect for this dude right here. Just for, I mean, I can't even say I know what he's been through, but I know he has his own story that's probably way sicker than a lot of people's, And despite anything, he's right here. So, if you want to go ahead and say what's up, big dog,
Hey man, thanks for the invite. Gladly appreciate it, brother. Thanks for having me.
for sure.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, and we have stories.
Yeah,
I feel that we all went through a lot of stuff when we were young. We all
definitely.
make a little bit of mistakes,
Okay,
but I think those mistakes what makes you at the end of the day who you are today.
that's right.
Thanks to that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes,
For
sir.
sure, for sure. Well, I'll go ahead and ask the first question that pretty much all bikers ask each other.
Yeah,
What was your first bike and when did you start riding?
man. That was back in 2005.
2005.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I was at that time. I had a long-term relationship,
Okay.
and I was doing my stuff. I was active and stuff like that. But at the same time, I had a relationship that she was helping me to gather myself and grow up more, differently outside the street world.
Yeah.
And one time, she said, "Hey, I like the bikes. They look pretty cool." So in the back of my head, I was like, "Okay, would like to please her, make sure she's happy."
Okay.
And then a week later, I told my brother-in-law to show me how to ride because he used to own a Honda Shadow.
Okay.
And then he taught me how to ride, and right away purchased a Suzuki 600.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Gixxer, huh?
Yes,
Gixxer?
sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, that's what I have. Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
And then,
What year was it?
I think it was 07.
07?
Correct.
All right.
It was somewhere around us. No, I'm lying. It was on 06.
06? All
Red
right.
and white.
All right. Heck yeah.
Red and white.
Sick, sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And so like so you said she got you kind of in. She's the one that kind of inspired you to riding, huh? Like
Correct. Correct. I didn't know anything about riding, to be honest with you. It never catch my attention. I never noticed it, to be honest with you.
for sure.
I was on my own.
What was your life like before you started riding? What were you?
I'm
Like, what
always
was-
been how do I say this? I'm affiliated type of individual.
Yeah, because
know?
you did time. You said no. Was that
Yeah.
before you started riding, or was that just
Yeah, that was
all
before I
over
started
time, just
riding,
out-
correct.
yeah, like
And
that
then
was-
I got off, and it wasn't a lot of, a long time.
okay,
But that makes you, realize
definitely.
a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, you think you know everything once you go inside.
Yeah,
It's different.
heck yeah.
And I got out, and, I met this female, and she was different overall. And she made me realize a lot of stuff, so I started to change slowly but surely. It didn't work out, but eventually she pushed me
Yeah,
to see the bigger picture at the
that's
end of
cool.
the day.
That's kind of what happened with me too. I met some chick and same thing. She kind of pushed me to do all that, like
Correct.
to see, like you said, see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Try to make something more. Try to get away from all the bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool as fuck. So, um, when did you get into like the bike club scene, like, or how'd you get into it, or
So when I purchased the bike, it was just for her and myself.
yeah,
But she had this other. We were a group of friends,
Yeah.
we still are. That we started riding together.
Okay.
We was just like 10 of us. We was just reckless. Didn't know how to do anything. Back in riding, and we used to do Tommy's bike night in Hollywood. It was eventually on Sunset and Vine,
okay,
somewhere that area at that time.
okay,
And then we clicked. We hanging out and stuff like that. And randomly, this club reached out to one of my friends and said, let's. You guys are deep. At that time we were like 40, 45 individuals.
oh wow,
Yeah, we were a lot, and different backgrounds, different stories, different personalities,
yeah,
and never expected to grow that big. And when they told us, "Hey, you want to be part of this club," and I from the get-go I said no. I said no for the fact that I was still on my affiliation stuff,
Okay.
really deeply.
uh huh,
And then I ran it through her. She says whatever you feel is convenient. And homeboy, my good friend of mine, has said to me, "Well, if you don't go in, nobody goes in."
Mm-hmm.
He put me in that position, and then I said, "I'll think about it." I slept on that one. 2 days later, we chopped it up, and I said, "You know what? Let's do it. We'll go together. But if I see something fishy, I'll just
Uh-huh.
leave it in peace."
Yeah.
And then that was on '06,
Okay.
'06
All right.
when we started, hanging out with this club and all of that. And at the end of '07, the clubs, I guess, blessed us with RC Patch.
Okay.
We had a chapter at that time that is still called downtown,
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and then and everything, it was good.
That's
Definitely a
right.
good experience.
Um, like yeah, you say it's good. Like how would you did it kind of like fill that void? I know a lot of people come from that background, that
Hmm.
affiliated background, and or even like the Marines, they come to the bike scene or they join a bike club
Correct.
to fill that void. Did you feel like it kind of helped you fill that void and step away from like that life or
Eh, I didn't step away in the life at all.
okay,
I was just more. It opened my mind as how to speak to people. I
okay,
was really close-minded type
o-
of individual at that time.
okay,
For the fact that I grew up with a mentality, just my older homies, just I was pretty much raised to just hate on my own raza.
yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you,
Um, didn't ask why or when.
yeah,
I was just just to handle business.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I feel you,
Once I started writing and meeting different individuals from different places, I couldn't even shake another person's hand for the fact that he was affiliated too.
yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So
it kind of
it,
yeah,
it didn't, I couldn't process that,
yeah,
if you know what I
yeah,
mean. And then slowly I had this individual at that time that he was an older cat. He was running the club that we were involved. And then he always talked to me, don't even just relax, be respectful, talk to them. You never know. Sometimes you might need their help. And slowly he preached that to me um, every other time, and that eventually got stuck in my head.
that's right,
And I was able to realize that he was right. That he was right. That not everyone out there is your enemy. That everyone out there is to make harm on you. You know what I'm saying?
oh, how old were you when this time?
Uh, I was like almost 25,
Okay,
more or less,
all right,
26.
all right.
Yeah,
So that was when you were kind of coming into like the
to the bike
clubs,
scene.
the
Yeah,
bike scene.
correct, correct.
All right, all
Yeah,
right.
correct.
And like where have you seen it gone since then? You know, I know it's changed a lot.
Oh, drastically, man.
Like
Drastically.
where have you like what have you seen change? You know, and
I mean, everything changes. Evolution at its best.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And any change is good. It all depends how you see it.
All right.
It's just not the same. You don't mingle with people anymore like you used to.
Okay.
Back in the days when you used to have a bike night, and let's say on '07, a bike night used to just hang out on the parking lot of a place
Uh huh.
randomly. 100 people shows up and you just talk about your bike.
Uh-huh.
You have a nice bike. Where do you ride? Where do you guys go? Stuff like that. You
Yeah.
used to
Yeah.
mingle with individuals.
Uh huh.
Nowadays, you have to go to a bar. People have to get drunk, and
Yeah.
it's just a lot of scenarios that I don't feel comfortable anymore.
I feel you.
You know,
I know a lot of people like they think of the clubs. They think like, oh, Sons of Anarchy, like they're fighting. Oh, you guys are beefing with each other. Like,
right?
what do you have to say about that? You know, like,
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and it's respected. They haven't been around the actual bike scene itself.
yeah,
The bike scene, it looks big outside, but
yeah,
once you're inside, it's pretty small.
for sure.
Everybody knows each
Yeah,
other.
because there's none of that. You know, like yeah, like
Correct,
yeah,
correct.
you know, that
Yeah,
doesn't
there's
happen and
little,
shit.
you bump heads here and there, but you're a grown ass man and you can chop it up and deal with it and take a little walk, or if not, just talk, like everybody else. But usually doesn't grow
For
as
sure.
what people think. It's
Yes.
only in the TV.
They kind of like compare it to like gangs and shit. How would you like compare the two, or what do you think? Like,
I mean, we the club that I belong to it's an RC club.
uh huh,
It's a riding club.
uh huh,
It's an actual riding hobby.
yeah,
People like hobby as car clubs. They have a hobby or maybe fishing. They
Yeah.
have a hobby or little go karts, whatever case might be. The case of mine is just an RC club or just riding club,
Yeah.
and that's it. go any above. I stay on my lane in my own
Yeah.
business.
No, I feel you. That's why I'm trying to like insinuate because like a lot of people, like I said, they think this and that,
Yeah,
but they don't realize, like you said, like everyone, like you said, there's the car clubs, the hobbies. Everyone has their fishing clubs, basketball, whatever it
correct,
is.
correct.
But like automatically, motorcycle club or bike clubs or
Yes,
whatever it might be, it has to do with the motorcycle. Like
correct.
they're automatically labeled. Like even if you're not from a club,
Yeah,
like just people just riding motorcycles. You see a pack of 3 or 4 motorcycles, and they're automatically getting that like that bad rep.
yeah, the bad rap. Exactly. I mean, just TV overall is not helping. Just make a lot of noise. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's different. Everybody, like I said, they want to ride whoever they want to ride, whoever organization they want to run is respectful. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I just, on my own behalf, I just like to stay on my hobby. And
that's right.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And then you seem like you see that's the thing. Like they might look at you and think something, but you seem real cool. You seem real intelligent. Like have you gone to like school? Are you going to school or anything like that, or
What do you mean?
like after like college or anything? I feel like I've seen you like saying that you went to like school or something. No,
No,
no.
everything that I have, everything is being taught on the streets. To be honest with you,
All right,
you know,
for sure.
I am a, I grew up by a single mother.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? I was born in Mexico, and raised here in Rampart Division.
all right,
I was when I came over to Rampart Division, it was between on Rampart between Thor and Six. That area was pretty active at that time.
okay.
You know, so right away when I got here, I started to notice a lot of things that a young kid shouldn't be able to see.
That's in downtown Los Angeles, right?
Correct.
All right,
Correct.
yeah, downtown Los Angeles.
Exactly.
All right,
And then that made me realize and see things a lot different. Because where I come from Mexico, it wasn't like that.
like sorry. So you're saying you seen like shit as a kid, like stuff as a kid that you like. Well, like how old were you when you were getting introduced to all that, like crazy
Sheesh.
stuff?
Maybe 10 years old. Yeah, my first encounter with someone shooting like pretty much close range. It was at 11. It was at
You were
11.
11 years old.
Yeah, because of a kind of a beer.
Over
Yeah.
a can of beer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The argument woke me up at that time, and we used to live on the second floor, and I would used to sleep on the window. And then I woke up because of the argument and started, they were going at it. And I guess this car eventually got upset because the other guy pulled out the beer, and it just pulled out the gun and boom, boom, boom. Shot him 4 times, and he felt. And then when he fell, his head eventually was looking straight at me.
No.
So I laughed because at that time it did impact me
Yeah.
definitely. I'm not gonna lie, and then and I'm like, oh shit, this is real. This is real. So overall, you have to man up and either go that route or go a different route.
If you don't mind me asking, how old were you when you got involved with like your with the hood and all that
With
stuff?
my gang affiliation, yeah, that was a little bit late after that.
Okay.
At the beginning, I was just going to school and just working a lot, like I said, because I grew up with a single mother, so I was trying to eventually help her as much as possible.
All right.
Because I had 2 sisters, and then and myself, so I was the only boy. So I grew up with that, just my mother always told me that things are not for free. You always have to work for whatever you want. We were not with that privilege of wealthy or have that money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes you realize that things are pricey and their cost.
Yeah.
So I always worked, went to school, I had good grades. But at that time, affiliation, it was around the corner. It was all over the place. It's either you're affiliated or pretty much or nothing. At one point, my sister passed away, and she got killed. She got killed. She was 15 years old, and then that it definitely changed my mentality.
Was it the other side you could say that did it, or
Kind of.
Yeah.
That eventually pushed me, a lot and realized a lot of stuff. So when that happened, a lot of anger, a lot of negativity eventually grew in my chest, to be honest with you. I couldn't, what's the word? I couldn't talk to certain people from certain places for that specific reason.
Yeah.
Because those people that eventually killed my sister at that time, um, they were from Salvador.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I couldn't see those individuals proper for
Yeah.
that specific reason. You
Yeah.
know, my sister was 15 years old, so eventually changed my mentality drastically. I went and buried her, and I came back. I was just playing basketball in Lafayette Park, just minding my own business with my good friend of mine. When I left, I was there. I went back to Mexico, you know, give my respect to my sister. We buried her. When I came back, my best friend was already on the neighborhood.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm from 42nd Little Criminals.
Okay.
From the Buenos Clica. I'm exactly on the Olympic and Figueroa,
Okay.
right on LA Life.
All right, for sure.
Yeah,
Oh
back in the
shit.
days, that was not LA Live at all whatsoever. That was just hookers, liquor stores. It's just active area.
What do you think about how it is now, right there? Like,
It changed in a
Changed a lot?
positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It brought a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff.
you're still over there in that area, huh?
Correct.
That's
correct.
dope.
I'm
That's
still,
dope.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never deny where I come from or any of that, Like I said,
yeah.
thanks because of my mistakes and thanks for those experience made me who I am
That's right.
today,
That's right.
Um,
I was the vice president from a club also,
Yeah.
and you I seen the respect that you got from all of the vice presidents and all the presidents. You held the meetings, and like how would you say you get that respect?
I just
How does that feel? How does that feel? To know that you have that respect and that you're able to like put your input and people are able to like okay, like kind of like, like how does that like?
To be honest, I don't acknowledge it like that. To be honest with you,
For sure.
I treat people the way they want to get treated.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I approach people the way they want to get approached. Because at the end of the day, people might not like you, but will respect you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't respect yourself, people won't respect you.
Yeah, no, because I say like I know like for like vice presidents and presidents, they can have like that ego, and they
Correct.
don't want to like, but everyone is listening to what you have to say, So that's why I kind of asked, like I and that's cool that you could say that, But that's why like I said, like I told you earlier, like that's something that like I'll be at the meetings and I'm just kind of like, damn, like everyone, and everything you said made sense, and there would be times people would kind of, oh, this, that, boom, boom,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's dope. I know that you put the homeless event together for how many years? 8 years now, you said?
Yeah, 8 years.
8 years?
8 years.
Twice a year, right?
Correct.
One in June.
It's on June, and the
And
second one, it's on Thanksgiving morning. Yes, sir.
That's dope. I've gone to like I think 2 of them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've gone to 2, maybe 3. But that's dope. We have one. I mean, there's one coming up.
Yes, sir.
If whoever's listening, it's a dope event. It definitely does feel good to pull up right there and be able to kind of give back to that community.
Correct.
And I know sometimes people think like, oh, they're there because they want to, but honestly, being there, like, it's kind of crazy because you see those kids, like you see kids, you see like people you don't know their story, you don't know
Correct.
what they've been through.
Correct.
But you could tell that you look in their eyes and you could tell like, oh shit, they still have something, or like,
Yeah.
like you said, those kids, like, so yeah, it's dope. I think we have that video, right? We have the video.
Yeah, we got the video.
If you want to throw that up and we could check it out and just see how,
Yeah, that was a few years back when
the gratitude and stuff.
yeah, we I asked the lady if she was okay for me to record her, and she was really grateful of
What's your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Dodger.
Dodger?
Yeah, am I on the field?
Yes,
Hi,
you are.
guys. Thank you very much.
Yes.
My name is Dodger, Skid Row, and I don't know how to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I don't even know what to say. This is the best day of my life in over 10 years,
Wow.
and I thank you. Thank
God bless you.
And I thank you.
Give me a hug.
I don't have
Give me a hug.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Take care of yourself, okay?
Thank you very nice and safe.
So yeah, that's one of
That's dope.
yeah, definitely
That's dope.
makes you
And they all appreciate it like that. You know,
yes,
most
sir.
of them they do. You know, and
Yeah,
give them the food, give them clothes, take care of them.
correct.
Cause yeah, you know, especially on Thanksgiving Day, I can't imagine like how it must feel to be out there. Do you have any any relation to like homelessness? Have you been there at any point, or like do you just felt like it was just a good thing to do, or how did this get started up?
An idea will never come to life without everyone's input.
All
If you know
right,
what I mean.
for sure.
I don't take full credit of this.
All right.
Um, I went through a lot of stuff when I was young. I slept on the streets and
Okay.
stuff like that. That was when I was in Mexico.
Okay.
I definitely went through a lot of hardcore stuff before I was 8 years old, and that made me realize a lot of stuff in life at that age. So when I started getting my shit together, I was always it was on the back of my head for me to help someone, not change the world. It's just give someone back, something back
Okay.
at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just having a smile, having a warm meal or some type of clothing will definitely make a change on their day. And over that is a lot of people like that. A lot of people feel like, hey, I want to donate, I want to give you money or whatever I have, and I'm the type of individual that I like to put myself in situations that on the back of the head, what if they give me $200-300 and they're like, how do I know that money went to the homeless?
Yeah.
I don't like to do that. So what I usually, when I started doing that, I said, why don't you get out of your ways and wake up at 6 in the morning and then help us feed the homeless so you can see the actual feeling of it.
Yeah. It feels good too.
Definitely,
Feels good.
definitely. If you are able to wake up and do that, it definitely change your mentality of life itself. It don't matter where you came from, what background you have, or whatever case might be.
Yeah.
Because once you see children out there,
Yeah.
on an area that is full of addicts, homeboys, that they chose to be on their life, but kids,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah, and like
It's-
legit, yeah, I've
yeah.
seen a couple kids there, and even like yeah, I mean, just seeing people like that, in the video that they appreciate it,
Correct.
even if they are choosing that lifestyle, even if they do have a problem, I mean, it's like at least they appreciate it, and that's all that matters.
correct. Yeah, they feel lonely, and those times of they already know us. We go to the same area every year, and then yeah, they like it, and it's pretty life changing type of situation, man. Definitely.
Okay.
A lot of the biker community helps a lot. Right now, we have about more or less between 12 to 15 different bike clubs from RC and MC and one percenters
Okay.
that they go out of their ways and help to feed the homeless, and that's a really good feeling, brother.
Okay.
From the beginning of the conversation that we had, a lot of people out there have this mentality of, oh, you're a biker, you don't do anything, you're just fucking around and stuff
Yeah.
like that, Besides that, the point, we're the actual community itself.
Heck, definitely.
You know?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's cool that you bring that up because I mean, bikers they do a lot of events. They do an epilepsy ride,
Charity.
autism charities, the Feed of the Homeless charities,
Yes, sir.
the cancer charities. I mean,
Correct.
almost every month we're doing a different charity,
Correct.
and so it's cool. It's cool that you bring that up because it's like. At the end of the day, every month, like we're doing a different charity. We're
Correct.
giving back to the community.
Yes, sir.
But we're still getting this stigma. We're still getting harassed by the cops while we're doing these charities,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. It sucks that we get that stigma.
Yeah.
Like, because at the end of the day, it's like, it's all, I mean, I'm not even going to say it's all people, but I mean, it's, most of us are good people that have our lives together, that are trying to get away from something that's going to be negative,
Correct.
or like, and just we're just trying to have a good time without messing up anyone having like just ride and have a good time.
Correct. Yeah.
And we're not, but they want to make it seem like we're fighting and
We're the
getting
enemy.
fighting with each other and shooting each other
Nah.
and doing this and going to bars and beating people up. And it's like, man, like I've been in the bike scene for so long. I've maybe seen like couple of fights, and
Yeah.
even then they fight and it's over with and boom,
Yeah, definitely.
and they want to make it seem like, oh,
Yeah.
so it's that's kind of why I wanted to bring you here too,
Appreciate
because
it,
it's
man.
like it's cool to know that like I want to show, and it's cool to know that someone like whatever lifestyle, whatever they went through, like
Correct.
they're out here maturing. You're able to mature. You're able to live this lifestyle, and it ain't about that, you
Yeah,
know.
no, definitely try to help the less fortunate as much as possible. Like I said, everybody has bills, have family to take care of, things to do. So that's why we decided to do it twice a year. At least that can help you to save some money, and at the end of the day, go back and help the less fortunate.
That's right.
Definitely, bro. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, they yeah, they definitely appreciate it. It's definitely a good cause. It's something good. Like when you go out there, you see those smiles,
Yeah,
and I think when I was with my club, I think we made sandwiches or something like
Yeah.
that. Sandwich like little snack packs, and they
Yeah.
were like, "Oh heck yeah!" And they liked it. They're like, "Oh my god!" Like they were trading the chips and
Yeah,
stuff, and
exactly.
and it was cool because
Yeah.
it's like, all right. And then since we're posted up, we're posted up in front of someone's house,
Yeah.
so you're talking to this person, you're getting
Correct.
to know this dude and
Yeah.
hear his story. So
Yeah,
it's like, dang,
it's a lot of open.
it's an eye opener, definitely
Correct.
an eye opener.
Correct.
It makes you appreciate everything that you have,
Yeah.
like, and
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's Thanksgiving morning, right? And then you go home around 12 p.m. And then after that, you go home and cook.
yeah,
You cook for your family, and you
Yeah.
have in the back of a head, okay, I did something, a good day today.
definitely,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely,
And the event itself, it was not meant for, media likes or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's why it has never been advertised as much.
okay,
You know, it just whenever the time comes, we set up a flyer, we chat it out with people, and it's open for everyone to show up and help, not just the biker community.
you want to let them know what time or where to meet and all that stuff.
Correct, definitely. It will be this Thanksgiving morning. It will be at 6 in the morning,
Definitely.
and we meet up every year. It's 1600 West Olympic Boulevard.
Okay,
It's a gas station.
Okay.
It's right exactly in front of La Curacao.
okay,
It's on Olympic and Union.
okay,
And then from there, we drive or we ride all the way to Skid Row.
all right,
Yeah. And we waited for maybe an hour or so. So by 7 in the morning, we were already taking off. And we take over the street. We take over the
Definitely.
street. Everybody's setting up. They have their own tent. We have a lot of law firms, a lot of different clubs. And they bring a lot of good goodies, from clothing, like you said, used clothing, new clothing, shoes, all of the above, underwear.
Do you have somewhere that people could donate? Do you have like they have
honest,
to take it?
I'd rather for them to have that
Just take it
experience,
all.
man.
Okay,
You
all
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Definitely, definitely.
I just feel that I want them to have that experience themselves and
That's
not just
dope.
say, "Oh, I donated something." And
Definitely.
no, it's definitely a night opening once you go
Fuck
there.
it. I'm down to make that commitment, dog. And I know I have a bunch of clothes in my pad, so I'll throw them in bags
Hell yeah.
and
That's
I'll pull
dope.
up. And hopefully, any listeners, hopefully you guys could do the same. If you have clothes, I know, like, some chicks. I know you guys have a bunch of clothes, whatever, dudes, whatever. Throw them in bags and head down. Even if
Yeah.
you don't ride, you don't have to ride to go and give back. You
Correct.
could go pull up, just drop off the bags, see what's up, and do your good deed. And,
Definitely.
And go about your day.
Yeah. There's a saying out there that is someone's trash is someone else's treasure.
Definitely,
You know what I mean?
definitely. Because, I mean, that bag of clothes could go a long way
Yes,
right
sir.
there, man.
Yeah.
That,
Yes, sir.
so.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, it was on Thanksgiving morning. It was raining bad, bro. It was chaos. I wasn't expecting a lot of people, and time came through, and we closed the street, and there was this individual that came from this building. He was in a wheelchair, no legs at all, just on a t-shirt and shirts. That's it. He was just shaking. I turned around and I saw him from far away. Went around, grabbed him. I said, "Are you hungry?" Like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'm hungry." Like, "Hey, come through, I got you." Grab him from the wheelchair, roll him over to a couple of the spots, gave him blankets, gave him all kinds of goodies, man. And he was crying. He was so grateful.
That's dope.
He was so grateful. There's a lot of stories there, but out of respect, out of the people that are out there, I don't record them or I don't do anything
Yeah.
because it's not like I said for media likes.
Yeah, one thing that I do, and same thing, I don't go telling it, I don't record it.
Yeah.
Sorry. During wintertime, if I have like a sweater that I don't wear, I'll leave it in my trunk. And if I'm cruising around and I'll see, because you see homeless dudes, like you
Yeah.
said, they're cold. They have like just a t-shirt on,
Correct.
and they're sitting there in the cold and it's freezing, and I'll see them and I'll be like, hey, here, boom, and I'll toss them a sweater.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it's not much to me. I mean, but it's a lot to that dude. Like to see someone right there cold, and
Yeah.
so yeah,
Definitely.
it's cool that you say that. Cause yeah, it made me think of that. That yeah, I'll fucking I'll have a sweater and
Yeah, there's a
toss
lot
it to
of
'em.
charities out there that they do on a daily basis. Like there's this other bike club itself that they do it every weekend.
Okay,
Their name is Fighter of the World.
okay,
They're there every weekend, bro. They're giving pizza, they're giving clothes, whatever they can do. Sheesh, man, they're
that's cool.
there.
That's good.
Instead of going riding, they go ride, but
Yeah.
eventually they go right to feed the homeless
That's cool though. That's
on a
good.
weekly basis.
That's
There's another charity called the Coffee Cup.
okay.
That individual as well goes out of his ways and he does a lot of charity, and helps the less fortunate, bro.
That's
You
dope.
know,
That's
definitely.
dope.
So it's not just the biking community. There's a lot of charities out there.
That's right.
Definitely.
Heck yeah. So, all right. Along with riding,
Yes, sir.
I see that you be doing like a lot of far rides. How's that, man?
Yeah.
What's the farthest you've gone?
Sheesh. Um, my last long run that I did it was at Washington, Vancouver.
Okay,
Yeah, I went all the way up north.
that's dope. How was that? What was it?
Oh.
What time of season was it? Was it like summertime or was it cold?
No, it was a little bit cold.
Yeah, because I know it gets pretty cold up there and snowy
Yeah,
and stuff.
it
right?
was both. The only downside it was at that time there was the fires out there,
Oh,
so it was definitely a little bit overwhelmed. But it was good. It was a good,
how
different
many,
experience.
How many miles?
It was over 1K in one day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just there, 1,000 there.
Correct. Plus, we were just cruising around Oregon, back and forth. And you just meet a lot of different people. We never stayed on the hotel.
Okay.
We were just literally camping outdoors.
Wow,
So you take your bike, you have your bags, fucking camping gear,
that's
and
dope.
fucking take off, bro.
That's dope. I've been wanting to do something like that, man.
Yeah.
Like, just go camp out, just drive out somewhere and park my bike and camp out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's-
And
that's-
we were looking for places to shower. Like I said, we didn't grab a hotel.
How long was the trip?
It was a 3-day trip. Friday,
wow.
Saturday, came back Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're just riding the whole time?
Yes, sir.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's overall it's good. I love riding, to be honest with you.
Heck yeah.
It makes me clear my head a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When I come home, I come with like a different type of vibe, type of situation.
Definitely.
I don't try to drink as much. I don't drink right now, and that helps me to clear my head. Definitely.
All right.
So it's a good drug type of situation.
Yeah.
You know
huh?
what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. I know what you mean for
Yeah,
sure.
you
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
Just
Yeah, I love riding.
clear your head. I'm riding. I'm doing 8-12 hours riding one day. For people, they're like, "What the fuck?" That's crazy. But for me, that it's different.
Yeah.
Clears my head. It's a little bit difficult to explain, to be honest with you.
For sure. You have the Harley now. Did you start on street bikes though, or
Yes.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
you said you
yeah.
had the Gixxer.
I had a
When
Gixxer.
did you go to Harley?
A few years ago, I was doing track, nothing major.
Uh-huh.
I was just training and stuff like that. It was good. It helped me, but I'm getting old. I'm getting old.
Were you doing long rides on the sport bike also?
I
or-
was doing like a one day Vegas,
Okay.
just to go
Oh,
to Vegas,
okay, all
hang
right.
out, eat tacos, and come back
Oh,
home.
all right. That's dope. Yeah, see, I kind of do that. I do that to Rosarito.
Okay.
That's been like my little, like, I'll go down there.
Yeah.
But I want to, like, I've been thinking like Vegas or Laughlin or like,
Yeah,
I want to go somewhere a little further now.
Yeah, I was doing that with the sport bike, but it gets tiring, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. And then I was chopping it out with another friend of mine that he's with the club with me, an older cat too. And I was asking me, what do you think about Harleys? And then he told me about Harleys, and now I'm riding with a Lowrider S 2017.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
it's pretty nice bike.
Yeah, it is.
I'm able to move maneuver all over the place. It's not too big, not too small.
Yeah.
It's the right size for me.
What's like your cruising speed on that one?
100.
100?
Yeah.
How fast does it go? Is it?
More than that for
Yeah.
sure. More than
Well,
that
you
for sure.
just go like
I
up
just
to-
cruising,
That's cool.
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
feel the speed. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I don't see myself going back on sport bikes.
You have any like other far rides planned or anything? Do you have any like?
Yeah, I do El Paso once a year.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I do El Paso once a year. I had the privilege of this MC club called Sinlan that they
Oh,
have a
okay.
chapter out there,
Okay.
and they invited me a few years back, and then that's a ritual. We do it once a year.
Dope.
Yes, sir.
That's dope.
Definitely.
Heck yeah.
And so we go through the different states, Arizona, New Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
and it's different overall. You know, get to it out with a lot of people out there, and they're like, "Oh, you're coming from Cali, right?" Like, yeah. How do you know? The way that you look, the way, even though it's a couple of 100 miles, but you know, they're different out there.
That's dope.
You know, definitely. And yeah, that's I'm heading that way next year, and I'm planning to do either Florida or New York
Wow.
if it's possible.
Wow.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list, bro.
That's dope.
Yeah, I wanna do something like that.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Would you go to like a bike week or something like that in Florida, or you just go
Nah,
do your own thing,
just
cruise out
just
there?
cruise out there, bro.
Heck
Just
yeah.
cruise out there. Just talk to different people.
That's dope.
You know, just take a picture on every state line and that's it.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Hell yeah.
that's what I'm looking for, and hopefully I can make it happen. Maybe a year or two from now.
So how long has it been since you've been doing these long rides? When did you get the bike, or
I got it a few years back, maybe 6 years ago.
okay, and you started doing them since then, or
No,
recently?
it's slowly
All right.
starting processing.
Hell
But 3 years, 4 years ago, homeboy Rocco, he
Oh,
was
yeah.
the one that we've been chatting. We know each other for several years,
All right.
and you know he's always out and about. He's always riding. He's active as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So that inspired me, and I reached out to him and I said, hey, next time when you go out there, you just let me know. I'm willing to go out of my ways. And he's like, you sure? Like, yeah, fuck yeah. So he's like, let's go. Randomly, he's like, you down to go to El Paso? Like, yeah, let's go to El Paso. So that was on a Friday.
Yeah.
We left 4 in the morning. We got El Paso like at 12 midnight the following day. We ate tacos, went to sleep, and came back home the following day. Yes, sir. That was a fucking. That was hardcore, bro.
That's
was hardcore.
crazy.
That was my first experience. To go.
Even just driving in the car to do,
Yeah.
to be on a bike. Wow.
Yeah, fuck. I learned a lot on riding that day. That specific 2 days, to be honest with you, just everything. You know, I changed 80% of the bike after that.
Really?
You know, suspension, fucking the way riding, clothing, gear, boots, all of the above, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, because we went. It was March, so it was cold.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
raining. It was freezing cold.
What's like the worst like fucked up scenario you had? Like a flat tire, like anything, bike broken down, or
Just minor, fixes here and there. We always try to have our setups,
so you try to be
small
pretty
tools.
prepared, or
Correct.
nothing major. or
Nothing
anything like
major,
that?
but just enough tools to fix, whatever is possible that you can able to fix,
Heck yeah.
Flat tire, maybe a bolt here and there, a couple of wrenches. Nothing major, like I said. You don't want to go bulky on the riding because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That was my first mistake when I did it. I brought things I never used. Just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Now whenever I go to a ride, I just take, maybe a set of clothing for 2 days and that's it. That's it. You don't need a lot.
Yeah.
And that make me change my ride experience overall. Yeah, definitely.
Have you had like a bad accident or anything like that, or
Thank God, knock on wood.
knock on wood?
No, sir.
Sorry to bring it up.
That's all right. You're good, brother. Not at all. I encountered several things. Don't get me wrong. I've been hit. I have down on my sport bikes before, but nothing like
That's
crazy.
good.
Nothing
good.
crazy. Because prior to that, like I said, when I was on my sport bike, I did a lot of canyons and I did a lot of elite track. So that helped me to eventually
Yeah.
lose the fear and maneuver and all that good
Be able
stuff.
to leave those
Correct.
situations out.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of the same thing, Luckily, like same thing. Like, I've gone down a couple times here
Yeah.
or there, but nothing.
Nothing major.
Major and shit.
Definitely. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Makes you think twice. You're like, fuck, you gotta go ride it
that,
again.
that was my next question, actually. I know you have like homies that have passed
Yes,
away.
sir.
Do you ever think about maybe not not riding anymore? Or you ever, like, it never crosses your mind, or you're
It has.
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, because when you see that, it's like fucking blind mowing shit. You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I was just chopping it out with homeboy right now, and then he's over here now,
yeah,
laying on the floor. And I encountered one accident at one time, and homeboy's still alive. He's in a wheelchair,
oh shit,
but it was just fucking crazy, bro.
fuck.
It was
You
life.
want to describe it or no?
Uh,
Nah.
no, I'd
All
rather
right, all
leave it
right.
as it is.
For sure,
Just
for
out of
sure.
respect to the homie.
All right, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's still alive. But it was overall, take care of your bike if you're riding or whatever you're doing as a hobby. Make sure everything is on point.
For sure,
Make sure you have your gear proper.
for sure.
So to do whatever you like to do. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? At
For
the end
sure.
of the day, it's a must.
What's it called? What advice would you give someone that's like trying to like either start riding or get into the bike scene or whatever? Like, would you give anyone any advice on?
Just have the proper gear, man. Don't go cheap.
For sure,
Don't go cheap. Don't go by the looks.
for sure.
Just make sure you have the right helmet, the right gear.
Heck
You
yeah.
know, because road rash is fucking. It's
Yeah,
no
I
joke.
know. Yeah, I know, man.
It's no joke.
Yeah.
Broken bones are one thing, but road rash, sheesh, fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah,
But
heck yeah.
just have the right gear and boots, or whatever you're riding. Nice jacket, nice thick jeans.
Heck yeah.
That's all. Make sure you're sober. Don't drink and
sure.
ride.
Yeah.
Don't drink.
That's how a lot of dudes
Correct.
end up freaking passing away. It sucks, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, not just riding overall everything, but you are more vulnerable when you're riding
Yeah.
and under influence.
yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah. Let's see. I think that's all my questions. You have anything else you want to talk about, or anything you want to bring up?
No, not at all. Just
No, just
pretty
chilling.
much. Thanks for the invite overall.
For
Thanks
sure.
for
Thank you, man.
giving me the opportunity to come over and
appreciate
chat it out with you guys. It's definitely it's my first time doing this.
I know you said you were interested in doing it. You think you want to try to get started, or
Maybe I don't know. Probably I was
sure.
I was thinking about it. I have the pleasure of meeting a lot of different gente, different backgrounds.
Yeah.
Different mentalities,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's good and I kind of what's the word? I like to pick on people's brains. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I can understand what they went through and why are they carry themselves like that and
For
stuff
sure.
like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like what I wanted to hear.
And it helps a lot. Not just for my personal view and experience. It's just for everyone out there to understand that not everyone out there, only because you see them tatted up and shit like that, they look mean. They're not mean.
Oh yeah, you're like I said, you're intelligent. You carry yourself great. You're well respected by a lot of people, and despite whatever you might have been through, despite how you look, despite whatever,
Correct.
you're still, and like even like I said earlier, like your kids, you said, oh sorry, you said you said break the cycle,
Correct. Yeah.
and that's one thing that me and him, I think we talked about in another podcast, about like having like a lot of parents, they'll be around their kids and like make it glorify drinking or glorify this, glorify that, when you should be trying to do the opposite for your child and
Correct.
stray them away from that.
Yeah. Well, my personal experience, I just wanted to break the chain with my kids. You know what I'm saying? There's no guiding to be a parent out there. There's no book on any of that. You just try to use common sense.
Yeah.
I just speak on my behalf.
Yeah.
Parents, everybody is different.
No, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that's why though. That's what I'm saying though. Like, cause I mean, like, I feel what you're saying, but like, kind of when we and him were talking about was like, that's kind of why things are kind of like getting fucked up now, cause
Well, everything comes from home.
yeah,
School comes from home. Before you go to school, you get school at home from your parents.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
yeah,
And whatever they see on a daily basis is normal for them.
yeah,
It might not be normal for you and I, but for them it's normal.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then whenever they bring that scenario at school or work, they're like, "What the fuck?" But they don't know their background.
Yeah.
They don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Who taught them that? You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
It's quick to
Yeah.
react and judge someone without understanding, what's going on in that person's brain.
No, I feel you.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you.
So overall, just parents, just be open-minded and try to chop it out with your kids.
Yeah.
Just let them know what time it is on the streets, because it's bad out there, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Things are changing drastically.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any other questions you have?
Well, I think I'm cool right there.
Cool, cool.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming out, man. I
Absolutely, my
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thank you,
Hell
sir.
yeah. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.